Hello everybody, welcome to Kubie Does It. I hope everybody's having a great day. So today we're going to change things up a little bit. I'm always talking about the things you ought to be buying from Harbor Freight. I still love Harbor Freight. I think it has a lot of value, especially if you don't have a lot of money to spend. But there are some items that, I don't care how cheap they are, they're just not worth having. And we'll focus on those items today to maybe save you a little bit of time, money, and frustration buying something that isn't going to work for you. But keep things in mind that some of these things, you know, this may be your only option. If it's all you've got the money for, it's all you've got the money for. And if you're just starting out, sometimes the cheap stuff is what you have to get, and it'll get you started, and then you can decide whether or not you like DIY. But I will say that everything in this list is subpar, and it's probably not going to serve you very well for very long. You might want to save a little bit of money up and just buy the next step up. But I will say probably the last item on the list, it'll be controversial. So we'll touch on that one at the end, and I'm interested to see what your comments are about that particular item to see what you think. So let's start the list off with the Warrior Titanium Drill Bit Set. This is a 29-piece set that quite often goes on sale for like 10 bucks. I've even seen this as one of the items that they give away for free on the weekends. There's a reason why they give them away for free, because they're horrible. These are supposed to be for, you know, metal and wood, and they'll do wood okay for a little while till they lose their sharpness, but don't even think about using them on metal. They won't work. I've had a couple of sets of these that I know one of the sets I got for free, I just tossed them. They were that bad. There are better options at Harbor Freight for drill bits than this. Next one in line is the Pittsburgh Pliers Set. This is the 6-piece set. Again, if it's all you got the money for, it's all you got the money for. It'll hold you over for a while. But don't expect these to last a long time, because they have a lot of slop in them. I've seen them break by dropping them on the floor. I don't have a lot of faith in these. I think you're better served to maybe get the Doyle or the Quinn brand. Even if you don't buy a full set, you just get the pieces that you need. It's probably going to serve you well. But again, if it's all the money you've got and you've got to have a set of pliers, then these will hold you over for a little while. Next is cushion grip screwdriver set. It's a 12-piece set. Looks great. You think, oh wow, it's got this cushion handle. It ought to be comfortable. Don't buy these. These are awful. They have so many other sets that are not that far off in price. They may not have the comfort grip, but the comfort grip is what is causing the problem in these. It doesn't hold up. It falls apart. And the plastic that the handles are made of, the shafts end up coming out of the handles, or if you drop them, they'll shatter and break once the rubber is worn off of them. Do yourself a favor, buy a different set, because these are no bueno. The next is the Centromatic air compressor starter kit. Now, funny thing is, they've got this set, the Centromatic, then they've got a Merlin set that's very similar, has a lot of the same stuff. The Merlin set is really good, but this Centromatic, don't waste your money on it. Spend the extra money, get the Merlin if you need this set, because it will not hold up. None of the pieces of this are really well made, and they just don't hold up. You're better off to spend a few extra dollars and get the Merlin set. You'll thank me. Next is the 2-ton compact trolley jack. Boy, this is another one that I really don't like at all. It's very narrow, which I'm a little phobic when it comes to getting underneath the vehicle. I'm big on jack stands and anything I can to make sure I'm secure. But this thing is it's very narrow, so it never feels completely safe to me, even sticking my hands under there to put the jack stands on. It doesn't lift very high, so if you got a truck or an SUV, it's not going to work. If you've even got a car that's like a crossover or something that's lifted a little higher, it's not going to lift the tires off the ground. If you got something really low, the way the pad sits, it's got a tubular frame to it that sits up high. It's not all that low profile, so it may not necessarily fit underneath your car. It's just, I know it's $40, but I don't like this jack at all. you're just about better off using the scissors jack that comes with your car than to use this. And then in the same vein as the other jack, this is a hydraulic bottle jack. I'll just tell you right now, I don't like hydraulic bottle jacks. Never have. I've had some bad experiences with them. I had a car almost fall on me once while I was trying to take the jack stands out from under it from a bottle jack. It was many, many years ago. I have not used one since. This one especially is very small and narrow. It's very easy for it to lean over, especially when the car's up, and slip out. Don't like it, don't trust it. I would go back to using those scissor jacks before I would use this. If you're going to be using a jack on a regular basis to service your vehicle, spend $150, $200, get you a better jack. They even have some that are less than that, that are better than either one of these. Your life's worth more than trying to skimp when it comes to something that you're going to be underneath and the weight of a car could fall down onto you. In the same vein, again, are these 4,000-pound capacity solid steel auto ramp sets. I used to have a set identical to these, except it was yellow. I don't think it was made from Harbor Freight. Noticed over the years that they started to bend in time. I just don't trust them. There's too much hollow area underneath, and all you're relying on is this rolled portion of the steel. I don't see you having the problem that you're going to have with these if you get the plastic ones that have the infrastructure built into them all the way through. These just are jinky to me. I don't trust them, and you may disagree. If you do, hey, tell me about it. But I had these, I had the identical set, and I never felt secure with them. Next is the Braun 300 lumen magnetic pocket work light. Boy, it looks good. And you think, wow, this is awesome. It's not rechargeable, so you have to change the batteries, which are kind of a pain. And I'm looking at 3 right now on a workbench that absolutely are the bane of my existence. I need to throw them away, and this video is probably going to be a good impetus to do that. The light won't stay on. You turn it on and you slightly tap it, knock it over, do anything, the light shuts off, then you get to turn it back on again. Every one of them I've had has done the same thing. They are unreliable. Then you got to find batteries for them constantly. They're just not worth it. Save your money, save up a little bit of money, and get you something rechargeable, because 1, these aren't robust, they don't hold up, and 2, without the recharge, you're just wasting your money on batteries. And then speaking of batteries, yellow Thunderboat batteries from Harbor Freight. I've got AA picked here, but all of them suck. Don't buy them. The best batteries that they have are the blue. I'm not sure what they're called, but the blue batteries, the blue and black batteries, are the good batteries. They're the ones that you want to spend your money on. There's a reason why these here are clearanced, because hopefully they're getting rid of them. I know they've moved to an orange, which I don't have much faith in either. I've had some bad luck with those. They're just mediocre at best. Save your money, get the blue batteries. Next is this 60-foot and 3/4-inch industrial grade electric tape 10-pack set. I don't care if it's a 30-pack for $6.99. This is the worst electrical tape you'll ever use. It stinks, it's horrible. Don't use it, don't waste your money. Buy a single roll of good tape, because you'll be much happier with that. Get you a good roll of tape at Lowe's or Home Depot, someplace like that. Don't waste your money on these 10 rolls, because 10 rolls or not, it's still $6.99, and you've just wasted $6.99 on this, I promise you. Next is this Warrior 0.7 amp Rotary Tool. It's an 80-piece kit. Well, there aren't enough pieces to even make it worth $7.99. It's on early Black Friday deal right now. Here, it's normally $9.99. $7.99, it's still not worth it. The only thing it's worth is it even says on it, light duty. It is more than light duty. It is exceptionally light duty. I can't even think of anything light duty that I'd want to use this for. It's not good. It's not good at all. So save your money, get you a better set. They've got the Bauer if you want the Bauer set, or get you a Dremel set. The Bauer I'm sure is good. I haven't used it, but I have used this piece of junk, and that's all it is. It went in the trash. Here's another item that, wow, just don't buy it. It's a 4-gallon backpack sprayer. I bought one of these because my yard is pretty good size, and I wanted to spray weeds, and I thought, oh yeah, this would be great. I can spray weeds, and you know, I got a big backpack sprayer that I can pump up as I go along. Yeah, about 10 minutes into it, I dumped it out. I ended up taking this back. It's awful. It is just absolutely horrible. The pump mechanism doesn't work properly. It does not spray well. The term backpack sprayer is loose because it doesn't fit on your back very well. It's lunky. It's not easy to carry. It just has a couple of straps. That's it, and they're narrow, and they just don't fit well. Don't walk away from this one. Run away from this one. These mechanics shop towels, the red shop towels. There's, you know, some people don't like these because of the red fibers they get everywhere, which they do. I've also had issues with them where the red came off on my hands and I even had some on my clothes where I wiped myself off. Not to mention the fact that they're like cheesecloth. They don't absorb, and they really don't hold much. They might wipe your hands off. That's about all they're gonna do. Maybe your tools. Don't waste your money on these. They even make white ones. I wouldn't even waste my time on these. My wife, I had one of these 50 packs, and my wife made me get rid of the whole thing because I was trying to get her to wash them, and that didn't fare well. So, and these do go on sale cheap. Don't be tempted because they're not worth it. Get the microfiber towels if you absolutely want some towels to wipe stuff off with. They have those 12 packs. They go on sale quite often. And you know, I've got packages and packages of those. I've got a container that I keep clean ones in, and then my wife will wash the dirties unless they're just really nasty. But they're a much better option, I think, than these things. Don't waste your money on this. All right, and then now we get to the controversial item on the list. The last item on the list, which is the Warrior 12-volt 3/8" cordless drill. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of the video when I said, hey, if it's all you've got, if all you've got is 20 bucks, or when these things go on sale for like 15 bucks, if that's all you got and you just need a drill for a few times here and there, you know, this might work for you. But if you're gonna do anything where you're gonna be drilling for more than an hour, don't buy this. You know, it's very lightweight, it's small. The battery will stay charged for a while, but it's not going to give you any real robust usage out of it. This just is not going to hold up for you. You're not going to be happy with it if you do any decent amount of work with it. Save your money. For $59.99, and I know it's $40 more, you can get a Bauer, and the Bauer is going to serve you much better. It's worth the extra money to do that. Heck, they even make an 18-volt version of this that's a little bit more expensive, but not much. I'd buy that before I'd buy the 12-volt. But personally, I stay away from the Warrior stuff just because I've had a few Warrior items. I had a grinder, I had a buffer, and a few other things over the years that just did not work out for me. So, agree with me or not, I'm interested to see what the comments are. But this is my list. I hope this has served you well, and you've learned a little something and maybe saved yourself some time, money, and frustration. Thank you for watching my video. Please come back again. And as always, please hit the subscribe button, and have a great day. God bless.